What's going on, guys? Good morning. Boy, do I got a sight for you. What you see here is all that is left of my race team, or of my flying team, I guess. They don't really race, but there are 12 birds in here. There used to be 41 of them, 41 or 42. And just like that, with one bad toss, I'm down to 12. And 11 of these 12 didn't even go out for a toss. So I guess there's that saying, you live and you learn. And boy, did I learn, and did I learn the hard way. Because the reason why there's this many birds versus what there used to be is mostly my fault. So what I did was, just to kind of give you a recap of this weekend, what happened was, so on Friday it rained here from about 11 a.m. until about midnight. Rained non-stop, rained pretty hard, thunder, lightning, the whole shebang. A lot of people flooded. You know, I work for an insurance company, and a lot of people around here flooded. So Friday was just, but you know, Friday didn't matter. Toss was Saturday. And I kept checking the rain forecast, and Saturday was no rain. And that's really all I looked at in the forecast. It said that it was going to be cloudy and no rain. And sure enough, Saturday came around. Rain had stopped. It was cloudy. And I packed up my birds and I sent them. And like I said, all I checked was rain. I didn't check wind, I didn't check fog, I didn't check shit else. All I looked at was it gonna rain? It wasn't gonna rain, and it didn't rain Saturday. So the birds went on their way to 125 miles actually. And I had to work Saturday. I had to do a short, had to go to the office for a few hours. I was doing 9 to noon, which, you know, I work 10 minutes away, so it's not really that big of a deal. And I packed up the birds, I hung out, took care of my breeders a little bit. I went inside and, you know, took a shower, got dressed, left the house, and as soon as I left the house, the fog, in those 40 minutes, the fog had dropped so hard that I was worried right away. And the birds had already been released. And basically, I don't know exactly what happened. All I know is that it was foggy and it was windy. And on Saturday when they were released, not a single bird came back. I sat out here and I sat and I'm, you know, right there, dining room table, sitting right there looking through that window, standing out here, walking around, nothing. So 0 birds came back. Out of the 30 that I packed up, nobody came back on Saturday. And as soon as I saw that fog, and I looked up the wind once I saw the fog, I talked to, you know, one of the guys that I really trust and that really helps me out, and I told him about it. And he told me, yeah, it's, you know, he's about 50 or so miles away from me, east of me, in the direction that the birds were taken. And yeah, he said it's real foggy and it's not looking too good. And it was foggy for a solid few hours, and it remained windy all day. And like I said, nobody came back. On Sunday, this hen right here, Sunday at 11 a.m., 26 hours after they were released, I was sitting eating breakfast, and she just shot in through the trap. And yeah, she ate and drank water and rested, and she looks good. She's in great shape. As you can see, her droppings are good. But out of 30 birds, she's the only one that came. On Sunday, I'm actually surprised that she made it back too, because Sunday was a disaster of a day. You know, I had my hopes, you know, maybe they'll figure it out. on Sunday and be able to make it back on Sunday. Well, on Sunday about 6 a.m. it started to rain, and it stopped raining at about 5 p.m. Rain, wind, you know, the whole shebang. So basically, yesterday was a nice day. Today's gonna be a nice day. But you know, I'm not holding my breath. You know, had I took my birds on a sunny day and I released them on a sunny day, and you know there was no wind and no birds came back, really I wouldn't be too bummed out, because you know, they had all the right conditions. They weren't able to make it home. They were just not good birds. But I know for a fact that there were good birds in there, and it was my kind of lack of experience, but that sounds like an excuse. It was just my ignorance and my not looking at the whole picture, not doing what I was supposed to do, that basically cost me 29 birds. So that's what I'm kicking myself in the ass the most over, making a mistake that I made and that cost me all those birds. So you know, I'm kind of hoping that maybe possibly a few more birds trickle in, but you know, it's been all of Saturday, all of Sunday, all of Monday. Today is Tuesday, so today is day 4. And I did wait a few days to make this video. You know, A, I was definitely not in the mood to make a video Saturday or Sunday. And B, I wanted to see, you know, if more birds trickle in. But so far, not so good. Nobody's trickling in, but yeah. That's what happens, guys. You know, I'm confident that 120 miles was not too far for these birds, considering that they've done 70 miles and 80 miles. We filmed the 70 miles, we didn't film the 80 miles, and they did that in fantastic time. So yeah, I'm confident that if not 100% my fault, it was at least 90% my fault. So I guess you take from it and you move on and you learn, and I'm definitely gonna be saving tosses, especially long tosses, for ideal weather from now on. You know, a day like today when it's sunny and no wind, and I'm definitely gonna learn how to look up that forecast way better than I do, because you know, obviously just looking if it's gonna rain or not is not the only factor to a toss, especially to a long toss. So a lot of things to consider that I didn't consider, and you know, that's what I get. So that's it. That's all I'm gonna, you know, talk about today. Just wanted to give you guys an update. I know a couple of guys have been asking me what happened and how it went, so I got a little something over there, a little bit of good news that you can see on those legs, but we'll talk about that next time. A little bit of good news, a little surprise in there, but we'll talk about that later in a week. But that's it, guys. You know, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, I guess. So that's where I'm at. One hen came back out of 30. So other than that, everybody else is good. Everything else is good, but big loss, big hit for the loft. So you know, gotta move on and learn what you can from it and not make that stupid mistake again. So till next time, you guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you later.